Welcome back to 13 on your sidelines. Whitehall is looking for its third consecutive championship in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division. The Vikings came into tonight tied for first place with Ludington. And as you can see here, the Oak Ridge Eagles are in third place in the standings, looking to cause some chaos. Tonight was the 47th meeting between these long-time rivals. We joined this one late in the third. Vikings up big in part to plays like this. Camden Thompson poised in the pocket, looking downfield. He's going to find Ryan Goodrich in the middle of the field with a back foot jumping throw, 15-yard gain. Heck of a play there. 4 plays later, Blake English, he's going to take it in from the 8 out on the receiver screen. That is a 32-0 Vikings advantage, and the Vikings wouldn't stop there. Pushed all the way back to their own 8-yard line. Well, that's no problem for senior Gavin Craner. Faking the Eagles' defense and the cameraman. The 92-yard house call continues the bloodbath this evening. He's got to be exhausted after that run. The Eagles would eventually get on the board. In this one, Jordan Guerrero McGrady ends the shutout with a goal line dive. No chaos in this one as Whitehall takes care of business, 38-7. West Catholic is 2-0 in conference play since moving into that new-look OK White. The Falcons came into the evening tied atop the conference standings with Forest Hills Eastern, and West would host a 3-2 squad from Wayland tonight. It was the first ever matchup between these two teams. We're going to pick up the action in the third. West Catholic already up 31-zip, looking for more. 25-yard run here from David Brittenfeld, make it 38-0 Falcons. Wayland trying to get on the board. 4th and 3 here. They just want to make anything happen. Carson Rarink airs it out looking for Trent Sikkema, but broken up by Matt Gutierrez. He's got the hops and the turnover on downs. Now in the 4th, Rarink with the nice run. He's going to be whistled down here. Check this out. Goes to the ground. I don't know. Looks like he stayed up. They called him down, but the drive would continue. Another 4th down here. The pass attempt looking for the score. Nice play by linebacker Chris Schaub getting a paw on the ball to deflect it away. West Catholic improves to 4-2 with the shutout win, 38-0. Belding came into tonight tied with Hopkins atop the OK Silver standings, and the Black Knights were hoping to keep their conference championship dreams alive as they traveled out to Comstock Park. Meanwhile, the Panthers looking for their first win of this 2024 campaign. The Black Knights get off to an unfortunate start as their starting quarterback, Gavin Andres, appears to injure his knee here during the first series of the game. He gets twisted down and would not return, but Belding did not miss a beat. A couple of plays later, TJ Smith is going to punch it in from 4 yards out after the 2-point conversion. It was 8-0. And more Belding here later in the first half. Cody Manley on the goal line. He's going to run it in from 3 yards out, and Belding would go up 14-0. And in fact, it was all Black Knights tonight, as big number 40, Hunter Conrad, later in the first half. Still 14-0. Hunter Conrad is going to rumble it in for the touchdown. Belding would hang half a century on the Panthers. Comstock Park remains winless. 50-0 is your final. Now it's time for a look at some of our other scores from around West Michigan. For that, we turn it back to the control room where our producer, Matt Gard, is standing by with some guests.
Yeah, Jacob, I have Dakota from Newaygo and Isabella from South Christian with me. And before we get to those scores, I want to ask you guys a couple questions. Dakota, start with you. They're restoring the roar up in Newaygo. What has this season been like compared to years past?
The boys are just really excited to be on the field. You can tell that, like, even if we're down by the slightest amount, they still have the energy to put it in, and they appreciate the cheerleaders. Like, constantly they'll text us and be like, hey, thank you for cheering. Like, you guys did amazing, and it's just a good community.
Well, that's awesome. Now, Isabella, I understand you have a very special shout out you want to give tonight.
We do. We'd like to say hi to Abby McLaughlin, who is at home recovering from meniscus surgery right now. Unfortunately, she's going to be missing the rest of the season and couldn't be here tonight with us. So we wanted to say hi, Abby. We love you. We miss you.
That is a beautiful tribute. Abby, we're thinking about you. Isabella, how about a score for us?
So we've got Greenville, who scored 25, and Sparta, 22.
Yeah, congrats to the Yellow Jackets. That's their first conference win in that new River Cities Alliance. Now, Dakota, how about you?
Big Rapids scored 48, and Tri-County only scored 20.
The Cardinals have now won 5 straight, and that is they are in first place Newaygo, you're playing them next week. First place is on the line. It's going to be a fun game. Great job, guys. You're naturals. Elsewhere tonight, West Ottawa gets its first win of the year, 24-21. Victory over Jenison. Also getting their first win tonight was Kelloggsville. The Rockets beat Benton Harbor 24-8. Hamilton is now 4-2 on the year after a 42-36 win over Grand Rapids Christian. Forest Hills Eastern stays on top of the OK White with a 34-28 win over Spring Lake. Godwin Heights has now won 2 straight. They beat Fruitport tonight 15-12. Hey, Northview, they're off to their best start since 1977. They're 6-0 after a 49-6 win against Ottawa Hills. They're playing Grand Rapids Catholic Central next week, and Jacob, you best believe we are going to be there.